There comes a time in life when silence becomes your greatest strength and privacy becomes your most powerful shield. The world loves to talk, to analyze, and to judge, but true wisdom is found in those who quietly walk their path without announcing every step. When you stop revealing everything about yourself, you begin to protect the peace that God has placed within you. People cannot destroy what they do not understand, and they cannot interfere with what they do not know. The more you let others into your private battles and blessings, the more vulnerable your spirit becomes. This message from Paul Washer reminds us that not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your dreams, or your heart. Sometimes the greatest power is to stay quiet and let your actions speak where your words would be wasted. There is something sacred about silence. When you choose to protect your peace and stop revealing everything about yourself, you step into a new level of spiritual maturity. The world today pushes people to share every detail of their lives, every emotion, every thought. But the more you expose, the more you allow others to influence your inner world. True strength is not found in constant expression, but in quiet restraint. When you guard your personal life, you allow your mind and heart to breathe without the pressure of opinions. Every time you open up your private life to unnecessary eyes, you give people the power to speak into your story. Some may understand you, but most will not. Some may encourage you, but others will plant seeds of doubt or jealousy that slowly poison your confidence. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is wisdom. It is understanding that not everyone is mature enough to handle your dreams or your pain. The moment you choose silence, you take back control of your emotions and decisions. You stop letting the world define your worth and begin to listen to the voice of God within. There is a power that rises in stillness. When you stop speaking too much about what you are doing, you begin to feel the calm of divine guidance. You do not have to explain yourself or seek validation from anyone. People do not need to know your next move. Your success does not need an announcement, and your growth does not need applause. The more you stay quiet, the more clearly you can hear the direction of your own spirit. God often whispers in silence, and those who talk too much miss his voice. When you guard your peace, you also guard your energy. Not everyone deserves to know what keeps you awake at night or what you are praying for. Some people only want information to gossip or criticize. When you keep your heart guarded, you stop feeding the negativity that drains your strength. Peace is not the absence of chaos. It is the choice to remain calm and private while chaos surrounds you. Your silence becomes your armor, your focus becomes your shield, and your faith becomes your weapon. There will be moments when people demand answers, when they question your silence. Do not let their noise disturb your calm. You owe no one an explanation for your peace. Let them assume, let them wonder, let them talk. Your quietness will confuse those who expect drama and gossip. In a loud world, silence is a statement of power. It is the sign of a person who knows their value and refuses to waste it on those who do not deserve it. When you protect your peace, you protect your destiny. Not everyone should walk with you or even understand your path. The less you reveal, the more you grow in strength and clarity. Keep your heart guarded, your faith strong, and your focus steady, because the greatest battles are fought in silence, and the greatest victories are witnessed without words. People cannot use against you what they do not know. The moment you start revealing too much about your life, your struggles, or your plans, you give others the tools to weaken you. Not everyone who listens wants to help. Some only listen to measure you, to find a way to shake your confidence or question your direction. Silence protects you from this. it builds a wall between your peace and their intentions. When you keep certain things private, you keep control over your story, and no one can twist it to harm you. There is wisdom in mystery. When people cannot fully read you, they cannot predict you, and they cannot interfere with what they do not understand. This is why those who walk quietly often walk powerfully. They are not distracted by the noise of opinions or the traps of jealousy. The more people know about your thoughts and dreams, the easier it is for them to plant fear or doubt in your mind. But when you remain private, your progress becomes unstoppable. You move with quiet strength while others waste time trying to figure you out. There are people who seem supportive on the surface, yet deep down they are waiting to see you fall. This is the reality of the world. Not every smile is sincere, and not every listener is loyal. That is why silence is not weakness, it is protection. When you keep your struggles and dreams between you and God, you shut every door that leads to manipulation. People cannot attack what they cannot see. Your silence becomes a shield that keeps your purpose safe from their curiosity, and your faith safe from their doubt. When you stop explaining everything, you begin to grow in power. You learn that you do not need to justify your choices to anyone. You do not owe people the details of your journey. Some will not understand your calling because it was not given to them. You were not created to be understood by everyone. You were created to fulfill a divine purpose that often looks confusing to the world. When you keep your plans private, you allow them to grow in peace until the right moment when God reveals them through your results. The quiet path is often the safest one. When people do not know your weaknesses, they cannot target them. When they do not know your dreams, they cannot destroy them. This is why you must learn to smile in silence, to suffer in silence, and to build in silence. Let the world see your fruits, not your process. Let them witness the strength of your patience and the beauty of your results. You are not hiding out of fear. You are protecting something sacred. In the end, those who keep their lives guarded live with greater peace and purpose. They walk with quiet confidence, knowing that no one can harm what they cannot touch. Remember, the less they know, the stronger you remain, and the more freely God can work within you. There is something powerful about walking silently and letting your actions speak for you. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone or seek validation from those who cannot see your vision. The noise of the world tells you to announce every step, to show every move, but real strength moves quietly. When you focus on your growth instead of your image, you begin to rise above the expectations of others. People may doubt you, they may underestimate you, but when your results speak, their words fade into silence. The most powerful statement you can ever make is success without explanation. Every time you speak less and do more, you shift the focus from words to results. Words can be twisted, but results cannot be denied. You do not have to convince people of your purpose, because time will reveal what you were meant to become. The truth is, those who truly trust in God do not rush to prove anything to people. They understand that purpose takes time and that silence is a form of discipline. When you are quietly building, you allow your results to grow strong enough to silence every doubt. That is how faith works, quietly but powerfully. People often waste their energy trying to be understood by those who were never meant to understand them. You cannot please everyone, and you do not need to. Your calling is between you and God. When you stop explaining and start working, your focus becomes sharper and your spirit becomes stronger. Every action you take in silence becomes a seed that will eventually bloom for the world to see. Let them question your silence now, because your results will answer later with undeniable truth. The power of action is greater than the noise of explanation. There will always be people who expect you to prove your worth, but you do not have to satisfy their curiosity. The moment you stop defending your path, you free yourself from the weight of their opinions. Let your growth be seen in your discipline, your patience, and your persistence. Let your strength be seen in the way you rise after every setback. Your quiet consistency will make more impact than any loud promise ever could. The results that come from silence carry a depth that words can never match. When you live this way, you inspire others without even trying. They will see your success, but they will never fully understand your process. That mystery keeps your peace protected and your focus undisturbed. You will not need to shout to prove your power. The light of your effort will speak louder than anything you could ever say. The world listens differently when it is faced with undeniable proof, and that proof is found in what you build, not in what you announce. So stop explaining yourself and start showing through your actions who you are becoming. Let your silence be your confidence and your results be your voice. The world may talk for a while, but in the end, your actions will speak the loudest truth. In the end, silence is not emptiness but strength. When you choose to protect your peace, keep your life private, and let your results speak, you rise above the noise of the world. You learn that you do not need to be seen to be strong or heard to be powerful. God works most beautifully in the quiet places of your life where no one is watching. So stay humble, stay focused, and stay silent as you build. Because one day your success will speak so loudly that the world will have no choice but to listen.